Want to know what the best 5 commons are from Core Set 2020 for Cube? Well, stay tuned. Hello and welcome to Life Begins at 20. My name is Mark and thank you so much for joining me, and if this is your first time here, welcome, and if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button below so you don't miss out on any of my future content. And it's been a little while, but I'm very excited to get back into creating some Cube content, some other Magic content as well, and we're starting off with probably what is the best way of getting back in, and that is set reviews and finding out what the best cards are from all of the different rarity levels for Cube. So in this video we're going to be going over the top 5 commons that are in this set that will potentially go into your Pauper cubes or even higher. If you're looking to buy any of the cards that we discuss in this video, then head over to the sponsor of this video, Card Market, who provide an inexpensive, safe, fair and easy way to not only buy singles but also to sell them as well. The link for this will be in the description below. So without any further ado, let's get stuck in. Pauper cubes certainly aren't lacking in card draw options in blue, and divination itself certainly hasn't made the cut in most cases, but winged words may be able to squeeze its way in. At worst it's a divination, but if you have one flying creature in play, drawing 2 cards for 2 is exceptional value. It does mean that you have to make deck building adjustments to make sure you're able to cast this at a reduced cost regularly enough, but it's certainly not the end of the world costing 3. It won't make it into a lot of people's cubes, but if you support enough flyers, then this is certainly worth a test. Starting off at number 5, we have a 2/2 Goblin Smuggler with haste for 3. I'm a big fan of haste creatures in red with the aim to get in as much damage as soon as possible. The other big plus here is that he's able to give another creature with power 2 or less unblockable the turn he comes in. Depending on the board state, this could provide the breakthrough needed to get over the line. With the likes of Exalted triggers on a wide board, player damage drawing you a card, guaranteeing a ninjutsu trigger, or even utilising pump spells on an unblockable Kiln Fiend during combat could make for a huge swing. While he may not seem like much on his own, in the right cube he could do some serious work. Swinging in at number 4, we have a 5/4 Trampled Gorilla for 5 in the form of Silverback Shaymin. While green may not be in the market for any more big fatties in Cube, with the amount of removal in Pauper, having a death trigger to replace itself is actually pretty good. It certainly gives the opponent something to think about when it comes to dealing with it. The double green and the mana cost may well make this more suited to either a green ramp or graveyard style deck. If you feel you've got enough room for another fatty into your cube, then I certainly think this may well be worth a test. White have finally got themselves a fatty. Well, kind of. Squad Captain is a 2/2 body with Vigilance for 5, which doesn't sound great on paper, but the end of the battlefield trigger is what potentially makes this a huge creature in white, which, let's face it, is certainly needed. Put this at the top of your curve in a token strategy and you certainly won't be disappointed. Even if you manage to get it out on curve, it's very unlikely to come out as a 2/2. There is also the potential of blinking it later on in the game when your board presence has grown to make it huge. While it's certainly not one that everyone will want to have in their cubes, I certainly think it could well be worth a test. Coming in at number 2 is a card that's trying to get into quite a tough slot with all the blue 3-drop creatures, with the likes of Manowar, Pestamite and Eldrazi Skyspawner, just to name a few, but I certainly think Cloud Concea could find a home in a fair few people's Pauper cubes and potentially even higher. Evasion on a 2/1 body which replaces itself when it enters the battlefield is great value in my eyes. Potentially even better if you can utilise that trigger multiple times with either blink or bouncing it back to your hand and replaying it for the extra value. For me, it's 100% making it into my Pauper cube, and I certainly think it could even get into more powerful ones as well. I must admit I was pretty high on this card as soon as I saw it. This 2/2 body for 3 may not seem like much on first glance, but one attack trigger from the Audacious Thief puts him on par with a Phyrexian Rager, which is a staple in Pauper cubes. Manage to get in multiple attack triggers and you're getting even more value from him. The key for this card is that it's actually an attack trigger rather than combat damage, so you'll be able to get the card before blocks, so you may end up even drawing a piece of removal to allow you to have him for even longer. While the floor of a 2/2 body for 3 doesn't seem like much, the potential of this card is really what's making it put a slam dunk into my cube, and I certainly think it may well be worth testing for yourselves as well. So there you have my pick of the top 5 commons from this set for cube, and I must admit 4 of them are going straight into my cube for testing. I'm going to be picking those up later on this week. Can't wait to give them a good test and see which ones actually make the cut. Let me know in the comment section as well below which cards you've been putting into your cube, or have I missed any of them out? I'd love to know. In the next video, we're going to be looking at the top 5 uncommons from this set, so make sure you hit the subscribe button below and the bell notification as well, so you don't miss out on any of the future content. And if you enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, and also follow me on my social media links as well below, so I can always chat them with you and get to know you better outside of YouTube as well, because I'd really enjoy that. And I just wanted to say I'm glad to be back, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.